it's such a good feeling knowing you've been a fan through the dark days, the dark eras, the dark stages, whatever you want to call it. It makes winning so much sweeter. I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, let me address this if you're wondering what this is and what I mean by that. I'll get to this jersey in just a second. First things first, I got a lot to say, but I want to make this a short, simple, and sweet video because it's super late. I don't even know if I'll upload this video either. I'll upload it as soon as I can. I don't want to wait till the morning because I know there's going to be some people staying up waiting for it because I had some of you guys tweeting at me. By this point in time, you probably saw what I just saw. Alabama just beat North Carolina. And before I go any further, I'm just going to clap it up. And you probably noticed I didn't have the whiteboard in here. It's because, dude, we're in the off season. I didn't put everything up. I had to get out some of the lights and equipment for this video. I didn't think I was going to see you guys until August or September. But hey, that's on me because I guess we're now going to have to start making reaction videos for the basketball team if we're going to start having great seasons like this. And I'm not shocked by this to a slice of bits. You guys know I've been hyping up Alabama. I even stated in a video about a month or two ago, Alabama is dang near the gold standard for not just football in the SEC, but basketball as well. And I'm not going to get into all that. Different conversation for a different day. We're going to talk about this North Carolina game. And it was a wild one to say the least, and I am completely shocked. Number one, I didn't give Alabama too much of a chance to win this game just due to the fact, and I've said it all year long, Alabama has overachieved. We're not that good. We're not that talented. But somehow, some way, Nate Oates just gets more out of these guys than realistically what they're capable of. He does more with less. Okay? John Calipari, that's why I call him a fraud. He does less with more. And you got all these Kentucky fans all year long. They've been saying I'm hating on Kentucky and Alabama sucks. Okay, that may be true. I remember a couple weeks ago, Kentucky thumped Alabama by 30 points. Wasn't even a ball game. Why? Because Kentucky has way more talent, but Alabama has a better head coach. And you're seeing that now. Alabama's moving on to the Elite Eight. This game against North Carolina, when I actually got done, I waited to do this video because I wanted to see the end of the Illinois-Iowa State game. That was good. Terrence Shannon Jr., I think he's the best player in the country. Different conversation for a different day. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll do a recap on all the games because I had a bunch of people tweeting at me saying they want that. But man, oh man, where do you even start with this game? First half, it was pretty much, if you've watched Alabama basketball all year long, it's how every single game's been. We score 50 points, but we give up 52 points. That's how it was. And I was getting kind of nervous because I was like, man, we was letting Cadeau, I believe that's how you say his last name, the point guard for North Carolina, the freshman, he's great. But he can't shoot. We was letting him shoot. And he's hitting three-pointers. We got guys in North Carolina, and not just him, but it was the other guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. We're like, oh, yeah, we're going to let him shoot too. He had back-to-back threes. At halftime, North Carolina, when I don't even put up the stats, I know they had 10 threes. You had guys that don't even shoot good for North Carolina going off, and then you got the 20-something-year-old Cormac Ryan dude. He's pushing 30. He needs to get a job. He's still hooping. I don't even know how he has eligibility, but different conversation for a different day. He's 3 for 3 on his first threes. I'm like, man, because we were playing good. Rylan Griffin, he's been playing fantastic all year long. He was balling out. It seemed like on offense we was doing good, but they weren't missing shots. And I didn't think our defense was playing great by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't think they were playing bad. A team hits 10 threes on you, you just got to tip your cap to them. Because our game plan was, hey, let Cadeau shoot. He shoots them, he makes them. Let the other guy shoot. Shoots him, he makes him. And then you got Cormac Ryan, dude, pushing 30. He's out here hitting every shot he takes. You just got to tip your cap to him. And at halftime, I was like, all right, I think we gave up 54. What was it? 54 to 47? 54-46. I knew for us to even just have a chance to win the game, we'd have to hope that they start missing shots and get some stops. And we got to be tougher on defense. The remedy of this Alabama team, I said it after the Grand Canyon game in one of the videos. If we play defense like we did against Grand Canyon, we can make it to the Final Four. That's the only way. It's in football, basketball, any sport out there really, at a high level. If you want to win a championship, or not even win, if you want to compete for a championship, you got to have defense, okay? All year long, Alabama hasn't had defense. And I've been disappointed as an Alabama fan because I don't like winning a game 198. I want to see some intensity. I want to see some effort. And I have been disappointed with Alabama's defensive effort at the end of the regular season and in the SEC tournament. Especially against Florida, we gave up 100 points to Florida not once but twice. Granted, they're a great offensive team, but 100 points is inexcusable. And it's not that we gave up 100, it's the fact that our defense and our guys on defense, they don't have intensity. It's like they just want to score. And I get it. I was a scorer in high school. I want to score a lot of points, but you got to play defense. You got to do dirty work. And in the NCAA tournament, it doesn't matter what we did at the end of the regular season. In the NCAA tournament, we have turned it on the defensive side of the floor. And then your casuals are going to point to, oh, well, Matt, y'all gave up. And I know the light. I don't have the lights on. Just go with it. It's late. It's like midnight. Well, Matt, against Charleston, y'all gave up 96. And that's how I know you didn't watch the game. Because we took our starters out when Charleston had like 65. We was up by 30. And they got a bunch of points in the second half. They wouldn't have got if we really had our foot on their necks. And it was a close game. Outside of them scoring 96, we had played great in the second half against North Carolina. What'd they wind up having? I can't remember the final score, but in the second half, they didn't score 50 points again. We played good defense. We did everything we needed to do. And oh, yeah, I almost forgot to bring this up. The reason I had this jersey, I actually had to dig it out and find it in my closet because you're going to have some people. Well, people say this all the time, Matt's a bandwagon, which doesn't make any sense. I've grown up in Alabama, lived here, focused my entire life. For those casuals out here saying Matt's a bandwagon, number one, how can you be a bandwagon Alabama basketball fan? We've sucked my entire life. But this, and only my OGs are going to know who this is. This is a Trevor Relaford basketball jersey. My mom got me this. Shout out to my mom. When I was like, what was I? 10, 11, or 12 years old? It was over 10 years ago. Trevor Relaford basketball jersey. I know I don't have the last name on it, and that's how you know it's an old jersey because back then, this is before NIL, you couldn't put the player's name on it. But Trevor Relaford jersey, I'm putting it on. Hold on. In honor to win, I'm putting it on. It's going to be my lucky jersey. Give me a second. All right, got the jersey on, and yeah, kind of a tight fit, but honestly, ain't no different from wearing a like Nike compression shirt. Ain't that bad. What about that Trevor Relaford jersey, which I'll see a little bit. Now, if I wanted to show off my muscles a little bit, see, I've been in the gym in the off season. Guess I could wear this, but yeah. The Alabama shirt. I look like Grant Nelson, the white boy. All right, I'm running out of camera battery, so we need to hurry up and summarize this video. I covered everything. Outstanding win. Huge upset win. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy for this Alabama team. I thought making it to the Sweet 16, it was a great achievement. Anything past that, cherry on top. And honestly, making it to the Sweet 16 with this group of guys, a lot of people don't understand. We're coming off the year we lost Brandon Miller, we lost Noah Clowney, and Bediako. We lost 3 guys, might have been one other guy to the NBA, and we lost 3 assistant coaches. It's such a good feeling knowing you've been a fan through the dark days, the dark eras, the dark stages, whatever you want to call it. It makes winning so much sweeter. Because as a Bama basketball fan outside the past 3 to 4 years, I have suffered. And we, if you're a Bama basketball fan, have suffered for what, 15 plus years? Y'all remember the Anthony Grant era and the Avery Johnson era? Wasn't too good. And now we've got over to, there's this whole stigma of, oh, Alabama can't get past the Sweet 16. I think heading in tonight, we was, what was it, like 1-9 in the Sweet 16? Well, now we got that elephant off our back, and, or not the elephant, the monkey off the back, however that saying goes, and we're playing good basketball. And we got Clemson, I believe, Saturday night at like 7, 8 p.m. Dude, by the way, is it just me, or have these games been starting super late? There's many more things I could say. I'll talk more about this in tomorrow's video. And like I said, for this Alabama team, I stand 10 toes down on this. We're not that good. We're not that talented. But we make do with what we got. And it's funny because if I were to say that about any other team in the Elite Eight, y'all say, oh, well, Matt's hating on them. But since I'm saying it against my team, it's like, well, maybe he's right. Just funny how things work. Let me know your thoughts on anything we talk about down below. But